Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine and today we'll be doing a message for the sign of Leo. As always, Leo, all of the readings are timeless. So when the message finds you and resonates, then it is yours at the time in which you find it. Leo, I have missed you dearly. I have been trying so hard to pull a message out for you and none of the cards are speaking. I've pulled several spreads, several types of spreads, different decks. I've even gone to decks that I haven't used in years, thinking maybe, well, it it's got to come out some way or another, right? And I find that when this happens, well, sometimes there's just not a message. Sometimes there's just not a message. But sometimes the reason is because it's like I, as the reader, have to experience, I have to go through some type of life experience that helps to contextualize the message itself so that because it brings me an understanding. So if I have an understanding of it, I can help relay the message um, a lot easier, especially in an emotional sense because I've connected with it emotionally. You know what I mean? So today, when I woke up, I saw this guy, this beautiful lion. It says a different kind of love. It's the rose quartz. So it talks about compassion, loving, heart focused energy. Oh, it's so beautiful. Um, and for you, it's coming up as a different kind of love today. So, okay, it wants to be a part of the message. So I pulled it out. For today's reading, we'll be doing, I switched it up a little bit. Well, not I, Spirit, the cards did. Um, Today we are using the Bestiary and Herbiary by Mia Toll, I believe is her name. So you'll be seeing that in your spread today. This is fascinating because at the bottom of the deck, we have ground and center, the red clover, the red clover. And look at that huge heart. We were just talking about like compassion, heart energy, especially with the rose quartz and also with Leo. Leo rules, if I'm not mistaken, I think Leo rules the heart. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so for you, Leo, today this is coming up as you pulling in a different kind of love for yourself. It's coming through as something, this love is sacred. It's coming up as sacred. In your spread today, there's a lot of sacred geometry, and there's an emphasis on sacred. So you're pulling in a sacred love, a new design for sacred love. That's beautiful. Okay, this is interesting. This heart here is coming up as like a dissection. So dissecting what this is, what this new sacred love that you are experiencing in this moment. Okay. Let's see what's on the split for you, Leo. On the split we have lovely. All right, so on the split we have the precious pearl. I love this card. The pearl is like one of my, not the pearl. It's not a pearl. It's an opal. I was like, wait a second, the pearl is not one of my favorite stones. It's the opal, actually. The opal is my favorite stone. That was weird. That was kind of trippy. Anyways, all right. So on the split, we have the precious opal, and this says envision the future. Envision the future is what it says. So we're talking about a brand new sacred love that you are like, it's like you're pulling all of the energy in to ground. You're grounding it though, but you're grounding it through your heart. So it's very beautiful. It's like I don't even know how to explain this. Well, with the opal, it's talking about, it's like it's magic. Opals represent magic, just the purity of magic. And it seems like that's what you are doing. You're pulling in a new love, a new sacred love with, like, it's like you're using your heart's magic, and you're envisioning that what that means for you, dissection. You're envisioning what that means for you. You're dissecting this, well, it could be like these new emotions that you're feeling, how your heart, like what is happening within your heart. It's actually, it's coming through as like a heart awakening, actually. Especially with the lion, because the lion talks to me about Christ consciousness. So it's really high vibrational, like love and light, sacred. Those are the types of words that I want to put on this. And that is what you're pulling in, what you are envisioning for your future. There is an extraordinary amount of depth to this with the opal. I look out to the side because that's how I see. So there's an extraordinary amount of depth that is happening here for you in this awakening. It's like your heart is awakening. That's what this is kind of talking about. You see all these blossoms, all these clovers that are sprouting out of this heart. Your heart is awakening. It's stunning. Okay, so let's get an overall energy for Leo. I love this. Okay, so we have pure Peridot. It says, so much life into you. I don't know what that has to do with anything. What I'm loving though is that this is an Ace of Cups. And an Ace of Cups talks about a brand new frontier. It's coming through as a brand new frontier in the discovery of love. Hi, honey. And discovery of your heart. And it's the Ace. So it's what this is talking about is that this is talking about, this is just the beginning. This is only the beginning. There is so much more. There is so much more depth that is going to come into view for you with this different kind of love. As you focus in on your own heart, you're going to see the extraordinary amount of depth that is coming in for you. Well, it's not coming in for you. It's you're pulling it. You are actively pulling it towards you with this, like, with this love magic, especially with the precious opal. So, starting your reading off, already 10 minutes in, but we're starting your reading off with the broadwing catadid. I think that's how you said that. And it says, discover the pattern. So can you see him? He's here. Catted. He looks like a cicada to me. I don't know. So the so what I'm seeing is I'm seeing you focus on all of this leaf. You see his head here? He's focused here on all of this leafy stuff. These discover your patterns. So um, what it's talking about is you looking into your own patterns of being. There we go. Hang on. Trying to dissect your patterns, the patterns of your heart, trying to dissect the patterns of your heart. And what I'm seeing here, though, is that as you are looking at, I want to say that they're past patterns. I feel like they're past patterns because your feet are in this new area here. Remember, we were talking about this new sacred love? This is all sacred geometry down here. Leos have sacred geometry too, because of course everything has like the basic building blocks. But this one here, down here, is more pure. It has a pureness to it that is different from this like leafy pattern that you're focused on. It's complicated, actually. It's more complex. So you're looking at past patterns that are complex. What I find fascinating, though, is that as you're looking at them, you seem to fade away. There's something about how it's like a camouflage. It's like a camouflage energy where you kind of like fade into the background of your own previous patterns. And this new pattern, this new thing that you're wanting to pull in for yourself is, well, it's completely different. It's more pure. It's just not complicated. It's not complicated. It just is kind of how it's coming out is. So, and that's what the sacred space here is talking about. So your feet are already in this new, well, I want to call it a cycle, because the way that this card is depicted, you can see these different frames here, and it's actually got it's got a turning motion to it, which signifies for me like the wheel, your fortunes shifting. So you're shifting, and this makes a lot of sense because of that precious opal energy that was coming out. It's like this boat here is representing the shift of you moving into this new, this new love. It's this brand new love that has an extraordinary, it's simple, but it has an extraordinary depth to it. It's interesting because it's like you're in it, and then, but it's like your mind is focused on something else. So what it's causing is like there's it's like a hang on, I'm trying to discern the words. Like, I want to say like a short circuit or something that it's not because the focus is on previous patterns maybe that you don't want to repeat again, it's like a hang up. Because, hang on, hopefully you guys can see this, but this tree here, you see, this tree is like segmented. You see how all of the branches they're not aligning. So that's interesting because it's almost like if you were to just turn into this, everything would start to align. But it's that focus of wanting to discover actually what's coming through is like where things went wrong, how things went wrong before. Perhaps maybe in a way that's like trying to prevent those things from happening again in this new discovery of yours. But there's something about that focus that it's causing some type of misalignment. And what's being suggested here for you is to put that down. Like, and what I'm seeing is that it is going to be a little bit outside of your comfort zone because, you know, you're green, right? You look like the leaves, so you look like the pattern. And when you step outside of that pattern completely, 100%, no focus on it, you'll be standing out. You'll be in the open. You will be visible and seen, witnessed. And that can have well, I think that you can handle that because, I mean, Leos are brave, right? They're brave. They're very brave. So there's a sense of bravery that is needed in order to shift into this. It's interesting because it's like you're moving from something that is complicated to something that's just not complicated. So there is an ease in going to that, kind of like with this opal energy, you know, you just allow the waters, allow the emotions to carry you into this, like just easing into the emotion and allowing that emotion to carry you into this new and different kind of love for your future is what it's talking about. So it's shifting you into the zigzag spider. It's so stunning. It's so beautiful. When this zigzag spider came out, it says everything is connected. When this came out, I was like, oh, I love this because it matches. It matches. That's what this is talking about. The match is it's perfect. It's perfect. It's the design is sacred. The design is exactly how it should be. So there's no reason for you to, I don't know, like focus on the things that you could have done better, I guess is really what that is. But it's coming up in the past because I feel like this experience that you're going through now is brand new. So it's kind of like trying to learn from your mistakes in essence. And what this is talking about is that because this is such a divine and sacred experience for you, there is absolutely no need to what's coming through is like trying to tailor your yourself. Okay, because when you tailor yourself, you go back into that camouflage energy. And camouflage can, you know, it's concealing, right? I hope that makes sense. So that when you do go into that place again, it's like this the beauty of your heart becomes concealed, is what it's talking about. And so what's needed here is to allow your emotions to carry. It's going to carry you. It's there. You don't need to do anything. That's what it's referring to. It's just going to carry you, because you've already, what it's referring to is that you've already designed this. You have already designed this experience to happen for you with the zigzag spider. And so because of that, it's kind of like all that is actually required is for you to just experience it, to be in it, to allow the magic of the experience to unfold in front of you. What's fascinating here is with the zigzag spider, look, it's all of this hexagon shape. I don't know if that, do you see this shape? You're changing shape. You're moving into a new shape, a new defined way. That might be for somebody really specific if a hexagon means something, but that's all I'm getting for that. But what's really interesting is that this spider energy, it looks complicated. It looks complicated, but it's not. It's a little counterintuitive. And although it looks like it could be complicated, what's really being emphasized here is that these are the building blocks. They're like basic building blocks. So, whereas the leaf, in a sense, is all of those building blocks. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think you understand what I'm saying. And what it's referring to is that when you allow this energy to sweep through you and to carry you into this new future that you have already designed for yourself. Look at all this water. It's like you gotta look past the surface. Look past the surface. Look at all these little, do you see them? They're barely visible. But it's the water. It's that water element that's carrying you forward. It's like it's there in spurts. It's like you're gonna see it and then it's kind of like, I think it's the focus here. It's coming in and out of like visibility. So when you allow yourself to be carried in it, you're gonna see the magic, right? Unfold. You're gonna see the emotions, the water, the heart. You're gonna feel this heart awakening. Your heart is expanding. And then there's like that shift. There's a shift where and then it kind of goes away, and then it comes back. Like, so if you're wanting to like remain focused on this heart awakening, which I highly suggest that you do, because this is a beautiful heart awakening. A lot of heart awakenings are not pleasant. They do have heartbreak in them, and this one for you today, it's coming through with so much beauty. And it's bringing you into the honeybee. Look at all this rich, I always see honey as like, it's like rich and nutritious and has a lot of value. It has a lot of value. It says navigate by the sun. Look at this eye here. There's an eye in the middle of this. That's what this is. It's talking about looking. Remember I was saying that it's coming in and out of focus with your eye. It's almost like looking into the eyes. Looking in the eyes. Because I'm noticing this lion's eyes. Because obviously I feel like this is, you're like with someone else, right? So what it's referring to is that this heart awakening happens for you when you look into their eyes. Does that make sense? And then it's like you're flooded. You're flooded with you are flooded with this new design. I love it. I love it. You're flooded with the new design of this love. And these bees here, I don't know if you can see them, but it's like they're actively working on creating this new design. And you get access to seeing what that design is by looking into their eyes. Oh, that's stunning. It's like you're gonna see it. Okay, so if there's that hesitancy, this like misalignment here, that hesitancy, it's not a hesitancy. It's just a different focus. It's just a previous focus. So if that happens and you know you're not supposed to be over there, not that it's unhealthy or anything, just that it camouflages or it's like it's blocking the heart. It's do you see what I'm saying? Like so your heart is not visible. When to hang on, let me put my words together. In order to experience this heart awakening, it's shifting you. It's wanting you to look into their eyes. Look into their eyes, and you're going to see it unfold. It's like it's going to rush. It's going to rush in with the white willow. You see this tree? Look at all of this water. And we were talking about how this tree in the beginning was misaligned, and look at how it's so aligned now. It is so it is in alignment for you, Leo. It is in alignment for you. It is so purely in alignment for you. This whole experience is a divine design, a divine creation. It is meant to be. That's what this is talking about. And while it does require a little bit of bravery on your part to, I want to say, to kind of like just get like it started, to just shift it, but you're already in it. That's the thing. You're already in it. So it's just a turning of your focus and realizing that it's almost like realizing that you're not going to make any mistakes. It's already designed. Nothing that you do can stop this from happening. You see what I'm saying? Like if you feel as though Okay, we were talking about heart awakenings, right? And how sometimes you can have heart awakenings that are devastating. Um, that's not what this is. So if you have like I don't know, it's just coming through like it's that pattern. That's the pattern. That's what the pattern is. The pattern is thinking that you might make a mistake. Oh my God. This is saying that don't even worry about that happening because it's already been designed by you for you and everybody in the situation. It's literally perfect. It is the universal will. That's what this was talking about. There's that shift, the wheel. It's meant to come in for you in this time, at this moment, and allow it to carry you because it is going, your heart is going to blossom so beautifully. And it's all going to start, it's just going to rush in. All of the emotion, the this is representing the depth. And when that depth rushes into your heart and it's like it's blossoming. Do you see how your it's like the roots of your heart are, well, they're grounding in. It's like you're grounding in your heart. Grounding in your heart, and there is so much nutrients and beauty and magic and love, everything. I don't know how else to explain it. It feels so good. It feels so good. It feels like a breath of fresh air. I can see this tree, like the wind blowing through the tree. And that's what it feels like to you. It is a breath of fresh air. It is stunning. And so you are learning the ways of this new love, this different kind of love. All right, Leo. I will be pulling some more cards for the part 2. If you're interested in that, you can see the link in the description box, and I'll see you there. Bye.